umebarikiwa Bwana, ninakuomba niongoze huu mwaka, yote ninayopanga yatafanikishwa nawe Bwana, ninakuomba.
Right. The voice of Barnabas. Karibu sana kwenye studio this morning.
Asante sana.
And good to see you.
Me too.
Tuanze ndio ngoma kwanza.
Okay.
Ndio umemaliza hapo. Bwana.
Nimbe.
Tupigie kapela amwe.
Sawa. Bwana, ninakuomba tembea nami umwaka, yote ninayofanya yawe yamebarikiwa. Bwana, ninakuomba niongoze huu mwaka, yote ninayopanga yatafanikishwa nawe. Niko na kama kidogo but
lakini vocals pia zinakaa vizuri.
Yeah, thank you.
And good to hear that from you as well. Na tuambie about that music hiyo ngoma nini ilikuinspire kukama up nayo?
Well, actually
ni ngoma inatry kuonyesha like kila kitu itafanyika ukiamini. Tuambie inspiration hiyo ngoma.
Okay, so that song I actually wrote it when I was just starting out in music officially back in 2020. And I just felt in my heart that God was making a way for me that year, and truly He did, because actually it was even something of faith, a walk of faith, whereby you just believe that God has actually made a plan for you. And I actually saw His goodness, because that year I recorded songs, I did videos, I met with people I had never thought I would ever meet. I went to interviews, I did all that. So I thank God for it. It was a great start.
And talking about a great start, Barnabas. Tell us about the name Barnabas, because people perhaps some of them have not seen you before. Wengine ndo wanakuona mara ya kwanza, wanataka kujua who Barnabas. Mwanzo, jina Barnabas ni yako, kama si yako ilitoka wapi? And also tell us like the start of Barnabas.
Okay. So
the story of Barnabas.
So actually people confuse Barnabas with Barabbas. They think Barnabas is the thief. The thief was called Barnabas. So Barnabas was actually a name that I was okay. So there was this day I was in church. And as the preacher was preaching, alikuwa anataja verse na ifungua Bible nasoma. So he mentioned Acts 4:36. And when I went to that verse, it was talking about a man who was called Barnabas. And he was given that name because it meant a son of encouragement. Because that was the impact it was having on people. And actually when I read that, it's like I went on a blackout, because I saw my life. I saw the kind of impact I was having, even when I was in high school, when I was singing, everywhere I've been singing. That is the kind of impact that I've seen. God has given me the grace to have towards people. And I felt that this is actually my purpose, this is defining what I am. And since that day, I adopted that name.
So, Barnabas is not your real name?
Yeah, it's not.
Mtu asikuite Barnabas akifikiria utaitika kwa ofisi.
Lakini nilikubali.
Your artist name Barnabas.
Yeah, Barnabas.
All right, and talk about the start of your music. Umesema ulianza music officially 2020. But when you look at your music, it doesn't show at any music umeanza juzi, because there's a lot of greatness in your music, so to say. And tell us about your journey. You kuje kuingia kwa music fully. Now you decided that this thing is what I want to do. Of course, there is a journey that culminates to you having to decide, let me do this. So tell us about your journey, muziki, idea muziki ilianzia, what went through until you decided you want to do this.
Okay. So actually I've been singing almost all my life. Because but then I want to tell mama yangu when he was singing when I was a child, because I watch interviews and people say the first thing they did, it was not talking, it was singing. I'll ask my mom about that. But anyway, I've been singing since primary school. And I used to sing in the CU, I used to sing in events in school. Then I went on like that. I used to even write songs when I was in primary. But my parents used to tell me kwanza nisome, tutaenda studio nikimaliza. So nikaingia high school, bado nilikuwa naimba. I continued writing songs, going to events and what are they called? Like music festivals. Yeah. So I used to go and perform, and that's how I grew. So after high school, that's when I decided I want to record my music, but I do not have the finances. So, you know, and my parents again, they come out
They are not believing that this can happen.
Yeah, they don't. You know, since kitambo, people usually think music is just something you do for fun, you know. So they don't take it seriously.
It's a profession.
Yeah, exactly. So nikasema ni sawa, acha tu niingie shule. Nikaingia degree, niko nafanya counseling psychology. But then nika realize, no, this is not for me. So nika drop out after the first semester. So after I could drop out, ndo nikasema I really want to do music and I don't care where the funds will come. So nikatumia help money, ile loan ya students. Yeah, and that is what I used to finance my first projects. Then tena nikarudi shule kufanya PA and applied maths. PA sikumaliza because my heart, I just felt I want to do music. So since 2020 I've been doing music since then. But I'm also I went back to school again, and now I'm doing accounts. Sita quit. These are going to drop out. Yeah, because I realized also masomo ni muhimu because it also makes
your way of thinking.
Exactly. So you might not use it necessarily, but it does change your thinking. Yeah.
And talking about that, there's a mashup you did with Muringi.
Oh yeah.
Tell us about that mashup. The Kikuyu mashup actually.
Yeah.
Tell us about you know, having to come up with that mashup and also trying to, you know, bring something together that is entertaining.
So actually, it was what happened. I think it was just a random thought. You know, I thought of that during the night, and I was like, by the way, because I was seeing she's doing covers, Kikuyu covers, and I thought, let me try and reach out and see if we can actually maybe do a Kikuyu mashup of gospel songs. And she loved the idea. Tukaenda studio kule Waruks, and yeah, we recorded. We did even the live video, and we were amazed that actually it did well. And actually, that's the song that has done well so far that I'm involved in.
Okay, and in case someone is wondering, this is the mashup that we were talking about. Listen in.
Todo mwisho wagwo ni teri teri, todo mwisho wagwo ni teri teri, ona kega besha mwere no teri, todo na gitoga wakyo no teri, ona wa modeni wothe no teri, na moyo wa Jesu ni wa utora. Jesu ni wa utora mina. Nyitagerera mwathani wakwa, Digitoria itare nawe. Mwathani wakwa ni Digitoria itare nawe. Karahe mwenesha kwenyarara rege nakwemena nawe dora nikumajodheriria jatata ifurahemu nyone moigana wairadhimo jakwa nyone moigana wairadhimo jakwa. Bueno be wiki wagereire, bueno be wiki kunyamerera, bueno be wiki monana waita dakwa bararia na dakowosha eni. Bueno be wiki wagereire, bueno be wiki kunyamerera, bueno be wiki monana waita dakwa bararia na dakowosha.
That mashup quite something else. My director hapa anaitwa Robert anasema mfanye remix pia atoe vocals kidogo. Tell us about mshafanya after that mashup. What experience did you learn from the mashup? Because nasikia it's different ngoma za Kikuyu and you also sing in Swahili as well and also in English. Like you going that way to make sure na gather ngoma za Kikuyu and then was bring out pia you pia my producer anasema vocals nazo zimeenda shule.
Asante. Well, actually it's a funny thing because me I used to write most of the time. I usually write in Swahili or English, but I met that producer called Warux and alikuwa ananiambia
shout out to Warux.
Man, that guy he's played a big part in my life. So he actually told me that I could actually sound good doing Kikuyu. And I was a bit hesitant. I was like, no, but I want to sing English. But nikaona actually this is the language that I've been brought up in, and I shouldn't be embarrassed of my language, or I shouldn't think that another language is better than mine. So since then, actually it inspired me to write an album. There's an album that's coming out, God willing, November or December, God willing. So it's only Kikuyu songs, pure Kikuyu songs. But I know even my fans who are not Kikuyu, they love them because some have mixed and some, they're easy to understand.
It's quite an inspiring moment for you as well. And let's talk about you getting into the music industry full. And wewe kukua msanii sasa umeingia kwa ligi ya wasanii. Tell us about your experience in being a gospel artist and of course gospel, you would say gospel is not so big in our country as you compared to kitambo, but umeingia. What has been your experience so far? You talked about kuingia 2020, we now 3 years, say almost 4 years. How has it been for you?
Well, it has been a great experience. Like I feel every time, like when I go somewhere and I sing to people and they come and give me feedback that they have been blessed by my songs, and it makes me feel I have a purpose, and it just gives me joy. And I don't think I would get the same satisfaction if I was doing maybe the secular music, because at least for gospel I know that I'm actually helping people get better. I'm helping improve their lives, And I have nothing against the secular music, because I know there are those songs that are actually like life songs, which also help people and stuff. So, but for me, I feel like my joy is mostly in singing, inspiring people, even about God and all that. So it's been, the only challenge I can say that stands out a lot is when, mostly finances. Because most of the time, especially in Kenya, gospel artists are not really appreciated much financially. You can be called to an event, and since you're doing gospel music, they'll expect
asante,
asante, barikiwa, and it's good, but how will we be able to now go to the studio and record songs to bless them, Especially when you're doing it as a full-time career, you need to also be able to pay some bills here and there, and all that stuff. So that's why most of the gospel musicians, you'll find them, they're doing a different career also, which also is the reason why I'm also doing accounts, so that I can be able to also fund my music. But I'm hoping very soon the gospel industry will grow to the point where artists are treated the same. Same way you cannot call a secular artist to come and sing in your event and tell them asante. Why would you do that to the name? Because it's the same profession, So besides that, I don't think there's another major issue. I've been loving the journey.
It's been a smooth journey for you so far.
God has been making ways for me.
What is your biggest moment in those 4 years being an artist?
Let's see.
The biggest moment.
The biggest. Okay, I think one is to highlight is when I did my first concert, which was like self-sponsored. Like I invited people to come to my event, and I sang songs that even are unreleased. The turnout was also great because it was the first one. So that feeling that proud that I've done something I've never done, and it was quite a milestone for me.
Let's talk about Wanipenda.
Okay.
What about it and coming up with that music as well, and maybe for people that are yet to listen to it, tell us about Wanipenda.
Wow, Wanipenda, where do I start? That song,
anywhere.
That song, I think it's one of the songs that when I'm going through a certain moment or going through tough times, that is the song I run to, and it always, blesses me myself, even before the fans. And I think that's why that song has had such an impact to the people who have listened to it, because that song, I wrote it because I was trying to be sincere with God, because I was going through a time where I was feeling like, I'm a nobody, like nobody likes me, it was kind of like depression kidogo. But that song has really helped me see that all that matters is that God loves me, and He has good plans for me, and I will get to where He has called me to get to. Yeah, so yeah.
And that's listening to Wanipenda. This is Wanipenda by Barnabas.
Aje Bwana wanipenda, hata nisipendwe. Aje Bwana wanipenda, pendo usio kipimo. Wanipenda jinsi tu nilivyo. Wanipenda pendo usio hitimisho, hata kuende. Aje Bwana wanipenda, hata kuende. Aje Bwana wanipenda, nikiona mabaya Bwana wanipenda, kukinyesha baraka Bwana wanipenda, nikitukana wanidhihaki Bwana wanipenda, hakuna linaloweza nitenga na unavyonipenda. Oh, wanipenda pendo usio kipimo. Wanipenda jinsi tu nilivyo. Wanipenda upendo usio hitimisho, hata kuende. Aje Bwana wanipenda, hata kuende. Aje Bwana wanipenda, hakuna jambo linaloweza kukufanya uache nipenda, hakuna anayeweza nipenda unavyonipenda, hakuna jambo.
Hey, Barnabas.
Yeah.
Let's talk your music kwanza, the vocals. Even my producer says the vocals ziko sawa, and even the production of the song. I've seen you done different types of music, but you still bring them out with the exact vocal that is in you. Tell us about how do you come up with your music? How do you decide that I want to sing these songs? Like this one is more much slower song. Then you see you doing another faster song, and all the same, there's still something great about them. Tell us about how you come up with your music.
Okay, so most of the time I find myself, it's what I'm going through that makes me write the song. So sometimes I can be happy and so grateful to God that I write a song. I can feel, and especially sometimes when I feel like I might forget a certain thing that God has told me, I write it in a song. So like, also Wanipenda, I wrote it to make sure that if I ever go through that period and feel like I'm not loved, I will always remind myself through that song.
That you are loved.
Yeah. So another thing that inspires me is, the word also. Sometimes when I'm reading the word, a song can be inspired from that. All of a sudden, I want to write, especially through the revelation I get from the word. Yeah.
And talking about writing and the revelations, do you write all your music?
Yeah, all the songs I've recorded so far are written. I've written for myself. Is there a song that I've been written for? No, most of the time I'm very choosy because there's a way maybe I can say something that someone who is writing for me might not say it the way I want to say it. So most of the time I feel more comfortable writing for myself, but I'm open to being written for. Yeah, but for now I'm writing for myself. Yeah.
Talking about writing, that's a skill for every artist. Have you ever figured out an artist maybe local mwenye unataka kufanya naye collab? Kama msanii mgani, which artist would you want to collab with? Maybe because of what they do and what you also do.
Well, napenda Joel Wanga. Chenengele wa Kenya. Wa Kenya. I love Masimasika so much also. And also, let's see. Timam Evans, that guy. And I feel his creativeness, if they can meet mine also, I think it can be great. So if you're watching it. Yeah, but yeah, to name a few.
To call him out. Unaweza mutisha hiyo collab hapa.
Timam, please. Naomba collab. Abanaje we talk, so I know tutapanga hiyo kitu. Let's see who else. Mostly I think I'm also inspired by international ones. Kama akina
local umemaliza. Local umemaliza.
Local actually. Who is doing
Masimasika, Timam Evans.
Let's see. Guy.
When you mwefikiria unaweza fanya, or someone you see their work and una admire unasema huyu lazima tutafanya naye kazi siku moja.
I also love Pitson because of especially his writing. Pitson has written so many songs for people.
Okay.
Yeah, and he inspires me. I listen to his songs and yeah, it would be an honor also to collaborate with him. Let's see who else. Guy.
Those are three. Big artists.
Let's see. Also Moji. Because I'd love to see how street gospel can meet the soulful worship. Yeah, I would love to see that.
Out of our nne huwezi kosa wawili ama mmoja. Kufanya collab na yeye.
Amen. I know.
Lazima utapata wawili hapo. And then as we also come to the final part of the discussion, the people who perhaps are looking at your music, young guys also looking at you, ulianza 2020, kuna mtu maybe pia ako hiyo situation ya kwanza. As a young guy who has also been in the music industry not for a long time, you've seen some of the challenges and the good things. How do you advise someone who wants to start music?
Well, I'll just tell them, just get good at what you're doing. When you get good at your skill, people will just search for you. Sio utawatafuta. And you'll meet the people who will actually, they're in line with your vision, and they'll take you to the next level. Because hakuna haja, like you have the finances, you have all the support you need, but yet you're not working at your craft. Even God wants perfection. Yani God anasemanga, we bring him a perfect sacrifice. So even our music should be perfect. Work on your vocals, learn an instrument. Like for me, since 2020, I've learned keyboard and piano. Sorry, piano and guitar. And I play them when I'm singing. And it has actually made me, even in my writing, it has improved my writing. Also, I go on YouTube to check out, vocal workouts and warm-ups, and they have really helped me to nini. Yeah, and just lastly, Jitume. Jitume, okay, at first when you're starting, you may not get those paying gigs a lot, but when you're going to different events here and there, you make connections. You can go and find a fellow artist who you don't know, maybe in the future ni hata connect na producer ile unataka kuwork naye, ama upatane na mtu kama wewe ambaye you have a show and they invite you to their show. So you just jitume, work on your skill and just trust in God. Trust the process also.
All right. Yeah. Trust the process. Your social media accounts has even finalize this interview. Wapi wasi wanaweza kupata wapi, na pia ni your opportunity kutuma salamu.
Okay, so everywhere you can find me as Barnabas KE, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. And my music is also on Spotify and all streaming platforms. So you can stream it on Boomplay, Spotify, Tidal. And also there's an album, let me remind you again, there's an album coming out at the end of the year. I can't wait to share that music, that journey with you guys. So I'm looking forward. Yeah, and God bless you. As for Salamu, I want to start with my family. my brother Martin Kaviaro, he's a great designer. Hata ni designer hii shati. So anaitwa Mato Mavazi, check him out. And my mom, oh my god, where would I be without my mom? Yeah, she has held my hand till now, and I bless God for her. My brother Sam, Mike, and my sisters-in-law Shiko, Mary, Betty, Wote, and also my friends akina Emmanuel, akina
Salamu kweli kweli.
Jael, akina Warus, akina Jemo wale tunawaka na wao, akina who else guy? Derek. Who else? Michelle, everyone.
Sema tu everyone who is in your circle before usahau mmoja alete kesi. Anyway, thank you so much also for kutuma salamu. Alafu nimeona pia kwa ngoma zako ka hairstyle kanywele una change. Ulisettle aje on this hairstyle? Unaona umekanyoa hapa na hapa. Ukaweka hapa nyuma.
Actually, me na feeling my hair inspires me also. Like I like when I feel artistic, so that even yani it's also the way you look also kind of helps you to express yourself. Yeah, so to me dreadlocks also are helping me to, you know, it makes me feel artistic.
So that's the good feeling about it. Lazima ufeel usanii hadi kwa
exactly. Lazima ukae msanii.
I think that is great. We're going to wind up I think with Ndako Rehera.
Okay.
Ndako Rehera. What does Ndako Rehera mean?
Ndako Rehera means I nika ku bring your needs to God.
So nakuletea mashida zangu. Unikomboe. So take it away, and that is where we end up. Remember, this is Kak in the Morning. Next week on Friday, same time, same place, different discussion, but all the same. It will be Entertainment Friday on Kak in the Morning. But for now, goodbye. My name is Chris Sambo, but we wind up with Ndako Rehera from Barnabas K.E. Take it away.
Lakini siwezi jisumbua, nitakuambia. Na tena naweza niambia, huwe na mambo hayatabadilika. Lakini nisiloweza kujua, nitakuachia. Juu siwezi jisumbua na yale siwezi kutatua, nikiwa nakumbuka we ulivyosema. Wauhirega korera Maria mothe itagehota. Nenda korera Maria ningehota. Nagakweraga Maria mothe magenema. Nenda korera Maria nema. Binadamu ninaweza kuambia kile chote ninachopitia, lakini si wote wataelewa. Afadhali nikwambie, wengine watasema najifanya, hakuna shida nayopitia, lakini wewe wanielewa kila wakati. Na siwezi jiekea mambo siwezi kutatua, nikiwa nakumbuka we ulivyosema. Wauhirega korera Maria mothe itagehota. Nenda korera Maria ningehota. Nagakweraga Maria mothe magenema. Nenda korera Maria nema. Oh, what peace we often forfeit. Oh, needless pain we bear, just because we do not carry everything to God in prayer. Augire tomorere Maria mothe tutagiota. Ne tomorere mothe gaidageremo. Na tomorage Maria mothe tutagiota. Ne tomorere mothe gainekuota. Augirega korera Maria mothe itagiota. Nenda korera there, guy in your border.
Can be music.